Hello everyone in love with the Minnesota Vikings. Here's reporter Ryan bringing you the hottest, most pressing news straight from the heart of the action in 2023. A whirlwind of events involving Josh Dobbs has shaken the Vikings world and is about to change the course of the season. Stay tuned because this is news you can't miss. To make sure you don't miss any details, subscribe now to the Minnesota Vikings news channel and be ready to follow every step of this exciting saga up close. In a stunning turn of events, Josh Dobbs had just settled into his new home in the Phoenix area when he found out he was traded once again. Imagine the shock and whirlwind of emotions when he had to uproot his life and cross the country for the second time in just over 2 months. This 28-year-old journeyman quarterback was initially sent from the Browns to the Cardinals in August, marking his 7th team change in a 4-year span. After quickly mastering the playbook and starting the first 8 games of the season for a rebuilding Arizona team, Dobbs was benched and was subsequently acquired by the Vikings just before the trade deadline. Given the abrupt nature of his arrival in the desert, it took some time for him to adapt to a new home. And just when he thought he had finally unpacked, he was on the move again. Dobbs arrived in the Twin Cities on Tuesday night and entered the Vikings facility for the first time on Wednesday. Do you believe in the randomness of going from Cleveland to Arizona? Dobbs shared, "I wouldn't say I knew where to live in Arizona. You're getting ready to start week 1, so my mind wasn't really thinking, okay, let me find a place to live. So 2 weeks ago I just moved into a house. I had the same suitcase that I carried for the first 6.5 weeks of the season, and then my stuff got there last week. So I had a week at home with all my stuff, my couch, my bed. Family came because we had a home game last week, so they could have fun. And so, I had to start over and cross the country again." But this isn't Josh Dobbs' first rodeo. After being drafted by the Tennessee Steelers in 2017 and spending the beginning of his career in Pittsburgh, he bounced between Jacksonville, Pittsburgh again, Cleveland, Detroit, Tennessee, Cleveland again, and now Arizona. It's all part of the process, Dobbs philosophized. It's going to be a tremendous story to tell. Everyone's journey in this locker room, everyone looks different, how we got to where we are today. Mine may have covered a few more miles than other players, but it's all part of the beautiful journey. I can wake up, playing in the NFL, playing the sport that I love and have been playing since I was 5 years old, for a living. So I'm grateful for another opportunity to do that. Last year, Dobbs made his first 2 career starts with the Titans less than 2 weeks after arriving in Nashville. This year, he got a chance to be a full-time starter when the Cardinals handed him the ball in week 1, just a few weeks after acquiring him from the Browns. He may have a 1-9 record as a starter, but it's hard to fault him given the circumstances and the talent he's worked with. Initially, the Cardinals announced that Dobbs would start week 9 against the Browns. Then they changed their minds and said rookie Clayton Tune would get the nod. Not long after that, the trade with Minnesota happened. "It caught me off guard, honestly," Dobbs admitted. "I was surprised, but at this point in my career and journey, you don't really get surprised by anything that happens." Joining the Vikings following Kirk Cousins' season-ending injury, Dobbs will rely on his recent experience and try to learn another playbook as quickly as possible. With a background in aerospace engineering and a perfect 4.0 GPA, his intelligence and steady habits could be real assets as he familiarizes himself with yet another offensive scheme. "My confidence is high," he said. I did it at a high level, so I'll do it again. I had to take a lot of engineering tests because I procrastinated a little in college, where you accumulate a lot of information having to study. And not just study to memorize, but study to actually go out and execute the plan. For this week's game in Atlanta, rookie Jaren Hall will start at quarterback for the Vikings. What comes after that? Hall will have the opportunity to win the role in the future, but both Dobbs and Nick Mullins, currently sidelined with injury, are potential options for Kevin O'Connell at the end of the season. Based on the dual threat skills he demonstrated with the Cardinals, Dobbs could be the favorite to claim the position in a few weeks. For now, he will dive into the playbook and embrace whatever role he is assigned.